Hi, let's talk a little bit about opening the dance floor. A couple of things that I think about when selecting music for a wedding is who I want to involve in the party. At a wedding, I know grandparents, aunts, and uncles usually they are the first ones out the door. So I want to make sure I'm involving them in the festivities right from the get-go, right from the beginning of the dance. So getting them on the dance floor, that's super important. We want to get pictures and videos of them. Let's talk a little bit about that. All right, so first dances are done. There's a lot of options to choose from when it's time to kick off the dance floor. A couple of my favorites are the pre-group dance photo, the reverse anniversary dance. I'll explain how both of these work in a second. But of course, if you're not wanting to do either of these, classic is just to get started with some really awesome music. And so when we're talking about, grandparents, aunts, and uncles, getting them all on the dance floor, we want to make sure that we're finding music that they're familiar with. So that means starting with the older type music. So we're talking Motown or disco. So if we're talking Motown, it's like Jackson 5, ABC, and I Want You Back. You could go with James Brown, Get On Up. That's a really fun one. Stevie Wonder's Superstition crosses over into disco, and then Dancing Queen by ABBA. Of course, that's a classic. So those are just a handful of songs that you can pick to open up your dance floor. All right, let's talk about the pre-dance group photo. So what that is after we get all your first dances done, we invite everyone to join on the dance floor for a group photo. So we get the pre-party pose is basically what happens. So we see what we look like when we're still all buttoned up. And then if your photographer is staying late, you'll get to see all the fun stuff that happens throughout the night and how it changed from that first one. But that gets everyone right on the dance floor immediately. And then your DJ can start off with a really fun song to get everyone hyped and in right at the beginning of the dance. Another thing that I've been doing is the reverse anniversary dance. What that is exactly like the anniversary dance, except in reverse, obviously. No, but for real, the anniversary dance, we get everyone onto the dance floor, all the married couples onto the dance floor for the anniversary dance. And then we eliminate couples based on how long they've been married. So if you've been married for, less than a day, then I kick obviously the newlyweds off the dance floor. And then we go up in years. So we go 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. And we don't want to speed through it like it's an auction, but we do want to take a moment to honor the couples. Obviously that's what the anniversary dance is about. So usually I allow for that moment and I say, hey, if you've been married less than 1 year, you can leave the dance floor. Throw your hands up in the air so we can see you. And if your photographer is nearby, they can catch pictures as they're getting off the dance floor. And so we go until we find the couple that's been married the longest. And then usually what I do is I take a moment to, honor that couple and say, I find out how long they've been married and ask their advice on how to live a long and happy marriage. And that's a typical anniversary dance. And so the reverse anniversary dance is actually the opposite. So instead of removing people from the dance floor, I'm adding people into the dance floor. And so, we start with the newlyweds and then we go 1 year, 5 year, 10 years. And so essentially we'll get all the married couples on the dance floor for basically our first dance. We can get pictures of everyone right away. And then we bust right into the party music right after that. So that's a really fun way of going about the anniversary dance and the reverse anniversary dance. The last thing is the crowd participation dances. A lot of my clients don't like doing crowd participation dances like the Cupid Shuffle, Cha-Cha Slide, Macarena. But if that's something that you're into, I wouldn't suggest it as the first dance of the night. If, in my opinion, if you want to get people on your side, from a DJ standpoint, if you want to get people on your side, playing one of these songs that folks consider corny is not the way to do it. You want to find music that everyone can relate to and get them to the dance floor without crossing the line into cheesy. Now, if you're gonna play the chicken dance or the hokey pokey, you want to make sure that you have the audience for it, right? If I'm doing the hokey pokey, I probably have a 2-year-old. That's the last time I did it. I had a 2-year-old who was having their birthday on the same day as the wedding. And so, yeah, we did the hokey pokey. There were a couple of little ones out there and we, shook it all about and that's what it's about. So yeah, you don't need to get cheesy with it. There are plenty of ways of getting folks on the dance floor, and to start off the night, I think these are really a couple of fun ways to do it.